Greetings, fellow mathematicians. Let's investigate the levels of understanding that children will go through as they learn about place value. Place value is much more than naming the values of the digits in each column. Our entire number system is based on place value, and understanding this is really important to the understanding of how place value can be applied to the operations of addition and subtraction, multiplication and division. Let's take a trip back in time to when our place value number system was invented. By about 1500 years ago, the Hindus, who were the people who lived in the Indus Valley in what is now the Indian and the Pakistan part of the world, had decided that the number system that they were using, which was an additive number system, was not efficient to be able to record large numbers or to calculate. So they set about making up a new number system based on multiplication. Why based on multiplication? Because multiplication allows us to get larger much more quickly than does addition. For example, I have $10. The person next to me has 10 plus $10, $20. The next person plus $10, $30. And the next person plus $10, $40. When children are in year 1 and 2, this is how we teach them to multiply, but they're actually adding. Now let's investigate multiplication. I'm still rich, I still have $10. The person next to me has 10 times $10, $100. The person next to them has times $10, $1,000. And the person next to them has times $10, $10,000. So you can see that by multiplying, we get larger much faster than by adding. The Hindus knew this, so they made their number system multiplicative. And what number did they decide to multiply by? They decided to multiply by 10, simply because they had 10 fingers. Other cultures were also using multiplicative number systems. Some were multiplying by 20, some were multiplying by 5, some were multiplying by 60. So why is the number system that the Hindus invented by multiplying by 10 the one that the whole world uses today? Pretty quickly, the number system spread to the Arabic part of the world. For the next 700 years, the Indian and the Arabic people were extremely busy creating lots of new mathematics and science, made possible because they were using a multiplicative number system. And what was happening in Europe? Europeans were still using Roman numerals, which was an additive number system. So, Europe was in the Dark Ages, unable to create anything new because of their number system. Finally, round about 1200, the Hindu-Arabic number system spread to Europe, and Europe came out of the Dark Ages. Europeans and Arabic people then began to colonize the world, taking with them their cultures, their religions, and their number system. And so the Hindu-Arabic base 10 multiplicative number system is now used throughout the world. In China and Asian countries, they were using the abacus, which was also based on multiplication by 10. So now the whole world uses the same number system, which is just fabulous because now the entire world can share the same mathematical understandings and apply the mathematics to science. The sequence that we teach place value to children is the sequence that people developed place value from round about 500 when the Hindus invented it until today. In their first year of school, Year 1 and Year 2, children investigate whole number place value additively. That is that we are adding the values of the digits to get the value of the number. From Year 3 onwards, children begin to investigate multiplicative place value. They begin to investigate multiplicative place value with whole numbers, identifying that we are multiplying by 10 as we move to the left, and we are dividing by 10 as we move to the right. It wasn't until about 500 years ago that European and Arabic mathematicians decided to extend whole number place value to include fractions. In Year 4, children begin their investigation of recording fractions using multiplicative place value as they investigate decimals. This investigation continues into Year 5 and Year 6. By the end of Year 6, children have developed their additive and multiplicative understanding of place value to include whole numbers and fractions which are decimals of any size.